I'm here today at Solent Air Museum to find out more about modern jet fighters. Once again, Steve was our expert. He's going to tell us about more modern day jet fighter.
Well, Ryan, as you can see from the Spitfire, by the end of World War II, aircraft were travelling at 500 miles an hour. But the problem with propeller-driven aircraft was that about 500 miles an hour is about as fast as you're going to go. So all the aircraft designers of the world thought, how can we make a faster fighter? And the Germans had the idea with the swept wing technology to move the wings of an aircraft back so there was less resistance. Frank Whittle designed a jet engine originally in 1929. Now the difference between a jet engine and, if you like, a propeller-driven engine was that A, there are a lot less moving parts. You can get more power from a jet engine because it's also lighter. With a jet engine, air is sucked in through these air intakes, for example. It's compressed or squeezed inside. So the fuel is squeezed inside and mixed, becomes the explosive mixture. It's then ignited, and that ignition, the power, the heat, goes out, pushes the aircraft along at an increasing speed. You also have at the end, on some aircraft, you have what's called an afterburner, which means that the hot exhaust gases coming out have more fuel sprayed in, and it's ignited again, which gives another punch, another faster speed. And here's a prime example here, the Solent Gnat, built in Hamble, just down the road. And the Gnat was designed as a single-seat, lightweight fighter. It could travel over 500 miles an hour in a fairly small jet. But you'll notice that the red badge here, the ejection seat, one of the problems with going faster and faster would be that pilots couldn't suddenly climb out to get away from their aircraft, to parachute to safety. So during the war, ejector seats were first invented to make sure that the pilot could be fired out of the cockpit in case of an emergency. And it's cheaper to build a new aeroplane than it is to train a new pilot. But aircraft design, since the end of the war, hasn't really changed a lot. What's really changed aircraft design are composite fibres and computerisation. But basic aircraft design hasn't really changed aerodynamically since the end of the war.
My thanks to Steve about all of the information. Back to the studio.